Okay, so I'd like to introduce you to Magic the Gathering Online. This is the original game client for Magic. Came out in 2002. It pioneered the concept of digital object ownership. The idea of owning things online. And yeah, they did a really great job with that. I've had this account, well, since 2002. So I guess it was 19 years. Um, Never had any problems whatsoever. Every card I've ever collected is still on here. Um, it's a pretty basic account. Let me go ahead and log in here. Pretty basic game. I mean, there's been some newer versions of the game that come out over the years with a lot more flashier graphics, trying basically to draw more people into the game because it's pretty arcane. There's a lot of rules, a lot of things you got to know before you can even start playing. So they figured if you added, you know, animations and flashy spells going on like an Xbox game or something, that more people will get into it, and it worked. But yeah, this is the original client. It's pretty basic. It's just the gameplay. The great thing about it I like is that um, it really teaches you the rules of the game. It's not like playing with cards between people at a table where you have to sort of argue the rules. Um, the rules are coded, they're hard coded into the game, and you cannot make an illegal play. You can't play the game wrong. But it's also sort of unforgiving in that there's no going back. If you you can't just say, "Wait, I made a mistake." You have to eat your mistakes, and it does teach you to how to play the game. I'm just trying to show some cards here. You can zoom in on cards if you're not sure what they are. That's pretty handy. So let's just jump into the playing field here. Let's pick a deck. Been working on this big deck here, 165 cards, which is like twice normal. I'm gonna play something a little more composed, I think, this time. Although all my stuff is sort of just for fun. I don't really look up deck lists or that sort of thing. I haven't bought a card in probably at least 5 years. So most of my stuff is actually kind of outdated, but I've been playing Magic since '94. The game came out in '93, so I've pretty much followed the entirety of its evolution. I get the basics. Okay, here's an open game. Let's just see what happens here. It's a pretty small community. I see a lot of familiar faces, but I still see people in decks that I've never seen before, which is why I keep coming back. This really is a great way to learn the game, because this is a worldwide, international platform, and you really have to compete if you want to succeed, because you're playing against everybody you can be on here. Yeah, I stopped trying to be serious about this game a long time ago, but I still enjoy it. Just fundamentally, it's fun. There's a lot of, statistics and bluffing. It's sort of like poker and chess combined. But at the same time, it's a different game every time, which is what they really wanted when they made this. It's like you always see new stuff that you've never seen before. And that's sort of your thing, is that you go through the library, you look at stuff, and you find things that look interesting to you and that maybe you haven't seen too much, and you play your game. Just see how it goes. The nice thing about playing online too is that the games are quick. so you don't have to stress too much about it. You can just try things. If they work, they work. If they don't, they don't. No one's really too worried if you just concede a game because you lost. You don't have to play all the way through the end. So this is just the opening game here. I tend to play a bunch of fast cards. Opponents usually play a bunch of combos that take a while to develop in a sort of a race. So sure about planeswalkers as a concept. They're fun, but they're also annoying. They're pretty strong. They didn't used to be there in the original game. It was something they added. They're usually expensive. This game definitely can cost you a lot of money if you want to be competitive. I just play it for fun. I'm already not doing well. Yeah, 2 of those. Let's drop that. What does this guy do? Oh, he taps a permanent. And then deals damage. And then he destroys all your lands. Okay, fun. Yeah, planeswalkers. Yeah, there. Here's another one. Usually the guys that play planeswalkers will drop a ton of them. Some people just they like the game enough to invest the money. I'm guessing these guys are probably $5-10 each. Oh, my stuff's like 10 cents. Do I attack the opponent or do I attack the planeswalker? He's got 2 planeswalkers. It's really a moot point. One just doing 1 point of damage. He's probably embarrassed for me at this point. He's just like, what are you doing, bro? You're losing the game already. Look, it's turn 6 already, though. Real competitive Magic is usually decided by this point. Casual games will go 10, 15 rounds. Competitive games will be done like 7 rounds. Becomes an artifact. He has an artifact planeswalker, so that's sort of a theme. Okay, I could castigate or I could drop my priest. I'm gonna drop that priest. I guess I'll attack Karn again, trying to keep him down. Really, 2 planeswalkers though. Probably gonna get crushed. Sacred Foundry, that's a nice expensive land. That's probably $5, $10, something like that. Nothing against these guys who have nice cards or anything. Like, it's a hobby. And you can actually play the game competitively to earn these cards without actually buying them outright. Although this client in particular, MTGO, has a pretty good trading system. Pretty good card buying system. The cards are cheaper than they are in paper, in the real world. And you can select things. There's a pretty good library of things to choose from. So you see some pretty elaborate decks, things that are really well thought out, because you can get whatever you're planning on. He's just dropping like so many planeswalkers. It's not even worth it trying to attack them anymore. Though they're probably going to get me soon. Let's just swing at the opponent. Let's just put a little pressure on here. On him personally. Alright, time to castigate that hand. What else you got coming up your sleeve here? Let me look at it. Wrath of Gods. Yeah, this guy has spent quite a bit of money on this deck. 2 more Planeswalkers if they're doubled up. And so I get rid of one? Jeez. Alright. This is Wrath of Gods. That was one of the original, most expensive cards in the game. The Wrath of God. So he's tapping my land. Oh, thanks, buddy. Good stuff. Yeah, I'm dead already. I'm facing 3 Planeswalkers. He's tapping my land. He doesn't even need to drop creatures. He hasn't even done any damage, really. Just the white type. And here's the punch. An indestructible Planeswalker creature. Alright, man. Magic is all about ideas. Look at this. Like how this guy's head pops up above the border. That's pretty cool. You know, they're always playing with ideas. Just trying to do things in a new and interesting way. Meanwhile, I'm getting crushed because I'm just a filthy casual. Yeah, taking all my lands. This is too intense of a deck to be in the casual room. Like, that's the one thing that is a little annoying, is when people just try too hard for the full games. Like, there's a whole separate area for tournaments, for bringing this kind of material to a game. Maybe he's just testing it out, but this is obviously pretty well composed. There's easily $100 worth of cards out on the table here. This emblem deals damage to me. Thanks, I needed that with my 1 land remaining. I'm just gonna go ahead and concede this because this is just overblown. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's another 5 Planeswalkers. Wrath of Gods. Yeah, I'm out of here, dude. Thanks. Save it for the tournaments. We're just trying to have fun over here. Anyways, that was a basic game of Magic. Look at this guy's comment. Don't be one-dimensional. I kind of feel that people do just sort of pull cards that they've heard are great, and they do work, but one of the best things about Magic is the possibility for originality, coming up with your own ideas. It's not always about being the most efficient, winning every game or whatever. Like, sometimes you just find a fun card, like this one here. It says mutate. You know, cast this spell for a mutate cost. Put it over or under a creature you own. Like, that's interesting. I've never seen that before. It's full of. It's not even a great card. It just does something strange that maybe you could figure out some more ideas with. Yeah. Magic the Gathering. It is fun. I'll post more games. I've got other decks. This is sort of just a whatever deck here. This is not even the deck I was playing, actually. Was I playing this one here? Yeah. This one actually is a pretty decent deck. It just did not do well because sometimes you just get a bad hand, a bad draw, come across an opponent that is way more prepared. You just gotta learn to have fun with it. Yeah, so until next time, it's John Joe Dan playing games.